So guess what? I spun in a full circle. Didn't see a single goddamn solarium in the entire area.
Do you have hazmat gloves? Because they may not appear unless you have gloves.
I do have the gloves equipped. I have no evidence that the resource actually exists around here, even though it says that. Oh, never mind. Selenium is a plant. I have to be looking at the plants. Because when you're looking around with your visor, when you look around with your visor, Selenium shows up as being a plant icon. Alright, I'm trying to go back to that hole that I made, if I can even fucking make it up there. Uh-oh. This might be a problem. I'm gonna have to dig my way back out.
All my chromatic metals in my spaceship. I got so distracted with stupid fucking Pulp Fiction jokes that I didn't actually make the goddamn gloves.
Did you forget to make the... You did? Well,
I equipped them, but didn't actually make them.
I'm gonna have to dig my way back out, because I can't get to my own thing. Whoopsie. Why is my tunnel so much bigger now?
Get to the surface.
Whoa, my tunnel's huge now.
You're using the advanced mining laser instead of the regular one.
No, it's the terrain manipulator.
Yeah,
the mining laser doesn't terrain manipulate.
I just guessed, alright? And I guessed wrong, and I don't like the fact that you've made
everything you say is wrong, and I will not let you get away with it. Well, my name isn't C.B. Dunningham.
It's not.
Doug Dunningham.
Butthole Dunninghamsburg. Oh man, your last name's Dunningham? What's that short for? Dunninghamsburg. Oh god.
Remember when his joke was to say his fucking website URL 17 times in a row?
Well, yeah.
Gotta kill time during your special. He's fresh in my mind because I opened Netflix today and he was on the main page. And I'm like, oh, great, he's still alive. Still over there existing, making bad jokes.
Hey, for whatever it's worth, he's very popular with children.
Yeah. Oh no, I know. He was the first stand-up comedian I ever liked, which is how you know he's bad. He gets to go right next to fucking Backstreet Boys as being like my first exposure to an industry. So it's like, wow, quite a market to have. Like wow, it's a real mark of quality to be convincing people that have never experienced that art form before that you might be okay for a bit until they notice something else exists.
That is fucking whack, man. I didn't know that. Dude, my first, the first comedian that I liked was Brian Regan, so, you know. This I had standards.
That's what was on all the time, was like, it was non-stop, oh, my inventory's full.
Were you just watching Comedy Central all the time?
Yes.
Okay.
So much Comedy Central.
That's totally not what I did when I was a young boy of child.
I was young boy of child.
I remember.
And you cannot stop me.
Many years ago.
It was all the time they would show fucking Jeff Dunham and Dane Cook and that one guy whose shtick is that he's an awkward guy, the awkward nerdy guy with brown hair.
Dimitri Martin.
Yeah, Dimitri Martin. And Gabriel Iglesias and Carlos Mencia. Yeah, it's a real fucking list.
I'm not fat, I'm fluffy.
It is not a good list. I have seen Gabriel Iglesias live.
Oh god, you just remind me of fucking...
They had a mixed drink there that was rum and 17 different types of fucking fruit in it, and it was called the Fluffy.
Can you fucking imagine in this day and age, in 2019, a comedian having a tagline of
oh yeah, that was
cancel culture straight on his ass.
Mencia's fucking motto was just that over and over again. Which like, I'm just so over somebody's whole. I'm just so over someone's whole shtick being like, isn't it funny how everyone's an idiot and I'm smart? I'm smarter than all of them. My motto is to mock people's intelligence in a way that implies that they're like have developmental problems. Like, all right. Well.
Hey. I forget what I was gonna say. What are the Seleniums? Or Solariums? What are the Solares? I'm trying to find something to pick up.
Oh, I ate all of them. You came to me. You came to me, but I grabbed them all. I was there grabbing them.
I forgot that.
And now I'm running over here to grab all of these. They're giant red spires covered in tentacles, and those tentacles are covered in oranges. Yeah, I watch a lot of bad comedy.
Oh, is that why they kept like?
I used to watch Adam Sandler
when he ran
on
over
purpose.
Them. Yeah.
I watched Adam Sandler on purpose once upon a time. I watched 8 Crazy Nights too many times, frankly. I watched a lot of bad comedy for a very long time. I think the first funny thing I ever watched that was actually funny in a way that's I would still think is funny now might have been Scrubs or The Daily Show.
Well, yeah. The Daily Show was great, though.
Yeah.
Daily Show got me through through the Bush years, children.
But it took me a while. Just like how I had my whole era of like when I graduated from fucking Backstreet Boys to like Nickelback.
Oh no!
I used to go to school with a CD player with Nickelback Silver Side Up in the CD player, and I would just listen to it on the bus every day. That was a thing. You get what? Hello, surprise stuff. That was weird. You gotta develop and stop being a basic bitch eventually by learning other things. It's just part of the growth process of being a not adult. Then I was like, I moved on to Green Day, then Dropkick Murphys, and then I pretty much stuck with the Pixies as being my favorite band since the like last 10 years basically. So it's just the stages to it all. You learn and change and all that.
I had no idea you unironically had a Nickelback phase. That really surprises me.
It's growing up. It's part of the life. What was that sound behind me? I didn't like that. I need to get back to my ship before I die.
I used to listen to a lot of like electronic music and techno, but like we're talking 90s. So back then, techno was like just some Dutch guy going like Einstein. Einstein. You know, like that was basically it.
Wow, that sounds so much better.
What?
It sounds like a good use of time.
Wasn't.
Yeah. No, I went through my era. I somewhere along the lines I had an era of because I would learn a lot of my music from video games. And so somewhere around the Nickelback era would have been like an extended period of electronica music that was brought on by DDR. Because I was way into DDR. Like deep down that rabbit hole. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of popular electronic music that people know for other reasons like Castles in the Sky and Sandstorm and stuff like that that I know specifically from DDR specifically, and it was like, oh weird, Sandstorm's playing in this basketball game. Would be like a thing I would see later, having no idea it had larger reach in society or whatever. Or like that one guy's Beautiful Day song or whatever. Like there's a bunch of stuff like that. And then I learned about and then that never really stopped. I learned about both Dropkick Murphys and the Pixies from music games. Because Dropkick Murphys had a song pack for like Guitar Hero 3. And and then literally while I was going to the concert for Dropkick Murphys, I was queuing up the download for the Doolittle album by the Pixies on Rock Band. Like it was, I set it to download, then left to go to the Dropkick Murphys concert, then came home and got a new favorite band essentially when I just got back from the concert. That's
pretty funny.
I saw Dropkick Murphys. Yeah, because then at that time it was Dropkick Murphys playing with Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, which is funny because both of those bands are like 9 people, and for the finale both bands were on stage, so it just looked like the crowd was on stage. It was just a fucking mass of bodies. Made no sense.
That sounds really familiar. I think I know people that also went to those shows back in the day.
Those are fun. That's a fun concert.
That, like, they played together. Yeah.
Why is there a base computer in my starship? Discard.
I can't find any of the fucking Solaire plants.
You can't? I have so much. Have you tried scanning?
I went around looking at everything and scanning.
Are you scanning with the visor?
I'm like looking at plants and scanning them and then trying to...
No, just like, bring up your visor.
Yeah.
Just bring up your visor where everything goes bluish and stuff and just look for a plant icon. Like it'll show up as like as a resource to go after.
I've seen a couple of them.
And it should be called like solar vine or something. Oh, there's one over there if you can see it. I don't know if that's just if it's still populated or not, but like that's an example. The one that I found.
Weird. I think that maybe I just ran into directions that didn't have none.
Hello, strange creatures. I'd like to research you. You weird little creeps. That is a dancing pineapple. You can't fool me. You're not gonna trick me into thinking that's anything else besides just a fucking dancing pineapple. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, no, there are like dancing fucking pineapples. They look like those weird enemies from Fire the Dragon, the ones that are terrifying and kick your ass.
Is that a thing?
I see fire berries.
Yeah, not fire berries. I might have fucked you over and taken them all. You might have to land on a slightly different part of the planet or something. Or I could just give you some of mine. Right now, well, you might as well get your own, actually. Because like
I'd love to get my own.
It's not like our base is in the system. We have to warp all the way back anyway. Might as well just both do our own. That is a hilarious looking Sonic the Hedgehog ass loop-de-loop rock formation. What the fuck? Oh yeah, Chad, I'm a very big fan of Cake. Cake's great.
Yeah,
I've seen them live.
Oh,
I've got like several of their shirts and albums.
When I was a kid, Cake's single "The Distance" had basically just come out, and I was such a huge fan of that song. Still am, but I was one too. And so I still think to myself, very, very occasionally, walking around, I'll just hear like reluctantly crouched at the starting line.
Engines pumping and dumping in time. That's one of the songs I tried to do for Twitch Sings. Was I tried to do Cake's "I Will Survive."
Oh yeah.
But it turns out, a horrible
fucking word in it.
A horrible, debilitating problem I've noticed about me and karaoke games is that I've never experienced the idea of one that didn't have guide vocals, as in the original vocals. So I fired up like Twitch Sings, which confusingly has a guide vocals volume slider, which is why I'm using the term in the first place, because I've never thought of it as a term before. But I cannot get any song to actually play the original voice in it. So it's just dead silence, and you're supposed to just sing along to just the music. But the music's also really minimal, because the music is like a shitty, low quality cover anyway. So like it's just a vague chord progression that you're supposed to sing over, because it's a shitty cover game. But if you press the preview button, you can hear the weird, like the person that's trying to do the cover verbally, because like all of them have a vocal cover that is in the thing. But I don't know how to get any of them to be audible. So suddenly I'm realizing like it's like devastatingly hard to like time my vocals to the song, because there's no guide vocals to sing along with, but also the song isn't really the song. It's just like a vague backing instrumental to suggest the song. Imagine
if you will, you're trying to do the vocals for "The Distance" by Cake, and it does have backing vocals. You literally just have somebody sounding like they're speaking the same words that you are.
Yeah.
So you're just like reluctantly crouched at the starting line.
Well, like the biggest problem was that I tried to do.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I tried to do it for "I Will Survive," and I realized that because his timing as a singer is so strange, trying to emulate it on the fly, I kept getting like off of the timing of the actual bars happening and like losing it. And I was like, I kept deviating. I'm like, this is actually surprisingly hard. When you don't have a backing vocal to match to.
Is tough. His
learn to buck
prosody.
up.
Yeah.
Right, shut the fuck up.
Is,
hey.
Strange.
Ho. Yeah.
I just want to play on my panpipes. God,
I just
if
want
he and
to
the
play
fucking
on
background
my
singer from
panpipes.
the B-52s came together to form a band,
I just want to
be
drink
called, like-
me some wine.
it'd be called like, I don't know. I describe both of their ways of singing as pointy, so I just call them like the pointy speakers.
Pointy?
Would be the name of their band. You left the fucking planet without me.
Yeah,
I came here. I didn't find a single fucking thing.
I want to go get an inventory upgrade from the Space Anomaly. I told you, just hop in your ship and go to a slightly different part of the planet. We both tried to harvest the same place.
Okay, yeah, you actually.
I literally said that. It's been like.
I'm aware that you literally said the words
before this whole conversation.
I'm aware they occurred before this entire
says,
conversation too.
Hey. It's always funny to rejoin the world of voice chat happening, or of public chat. I've listened to so much Cake.
There's
suffice
a
to
lot
say,
of Cake to listen to. They're at like 10 albums. 12
Mr.
albums,
Buffalo
something crazy.
Farm. Suffice to say, my retelling of my band's history was very, very abridged. But I have a particular.
Let's hear more bridges.
More bridges. I have one particular concert that was like my concert of shame, where I went because I saw Nickelback live.
Oh.
When I was in high school, and their opening bands, where there's a few of them, but I believe at the very least it was I think it was Breaking Benjamin, Papa Roach, and Hoobastank.
Holy shit, that's an awful concert. You saw Nickelback, Papa Roach. I don't even know about the other one, but Nickelback,
Breaking Benjamin
Papa Roach,
did the theme song to Halo 2, and they played it. They played it at the show.
Oh, that sounds kind of badass.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's a really stupid song. It's terrible. I thought it was so cool when I was like 14, but it's like the lyrics are not. No, not that. The instrumental's great.
I know.
But no, there's a vocal theme song for Halo 2 specifically that was done by Breaking Benjamin that is just not a good song. It's
that one.
It's all dumb like a fucking anime song, like an anime intro. That's like just like, what are these lyrics? And okay, fuck it. We're all here to get hyped for the property.
Mr. Halo is gonna win. He's gonna beat them all. Da da da.
Are you okay?
He's gonna use his space helmets and shoot them. Get the what's it called? The ball thing.
The oddball.
With he's gonna have the oddball.
You're trying to make this a Pokemon thing?
Mr. Halo. Mr. Halo's got a gun. No one's stronger than him.
Dun, dun, dun. It was so fucking off that I couldn't even identify it as being Pokemon at first. Because you were just fucking murdering. You're just murdering Pokemon to get there.
He gets into the big warthog, captures the flag, and wins. Mr. Halo gonna get oddball.
Shoot the Covenant.
And then there's the Tentacruel, like smashing a building or whatever. I fucked around. I did nothing in that entire planet and discovered a goddamn thing.
You didn't even get the plant?
Anyway. No, I couldn't find a single I flew to another part of the planet, and you know what I found? Dick all and nothing.
Are you looking for it correctly? Like you bringing up your big visor and looking for plant icons?
Yes. I was looking for big plant icons.
Did I take the entire planet's population?
Apparently so.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, actually, it is pretty
I'm gonna go to the space station now and get that inventory upgrade. These are both mandatory things to do every time before we forget. What am I whoa. That's a cool sight. I thought I was gonna die.
Mr. Halo? Oh, he's my best friend. In a world full of aliens.
In a world that self-destructs. That's the plot of Halo games. Halo's actually a
They're
weapon.
all the fucking
Spoilers,
same.
that's the whole plot. Flood our
Mr. Halo.
Aren't the Flood gone and they're still making more games that are called Halo even though the Halos don't have a purpose anymore because they dealt with the Flood now? What happens when you name your entire franchise after a plot that has an ending? The whole reason it's called Halo is because they landed on Halo at the beginning of the first game, and the reasons the Halos exist is that they're a containment system that wipes out all life in the entire galaxy to stop the Flood from spreading, which is up there with the Reapers of what plan? you're doing what? But like I think they've moved on since then.
Yeah.
So like, what are these games?
I have a question that says, "Have you been having good poops?" No. Because if I was having a good poop, I could poop out a better stream than what I'm doing right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been having terrible poops.
Technical.
Your terrible poops have been cutting streams short for the last few weeks. Sorry, it's time for an emergency bad poop. See you next time.
I mean, have you tried to stream while you got like a turtle head poking out? Like nobody's happy. Nobody's happy. You want to hear an entire stream where like the last 15 minutes of it are me going like, oh, that's very nice, Keith.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with what you're saying.
I mean, you claim you made some of your best material when you needed to pee, so I can't wait to explore these new frontiers with you.
Oh yeah, because poop and pee are the exact same thing. No.
Yeah. The Sims just go into the building and then their meter drains. Wow, you were right on my tail. Hello.
Because I have nothing else to do, because I'm gonna take your Selenium, so I want to be here to take it from you so I can complete the quest without doing any of the work, except for all the work I was attempting to do.
Yeah, we might as well, since from here we can teleport back home and turn it in. But first, I'm getting these upgrades.
Oh yeah, I should probably buy a space backpack real quick.
Yeah, did you get the one from the Space Anomaly yet?
Yeah, I got that one. Let's see. Let's do a technology slot, I
there
guess.
We go.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, cargo slots are good because they can stack a ridiculous number of resources, but I'm gonna keep buying tech slots until I can get all of my tech out of my general's screen because it bothers me that there's tech there. I want all my tech to be on its own screen and just go the fuck away. In a world we must defend.
Mr. Halo Reach. He's friends with Mr. Halo ODST. I don't know why that's
what is happening, game?
Oh my god. No, every
Hey, you
Halo
installed
game
the simple
is a different
translator.
Mr. Halo. Yeah.
You did it.
Yep.
So I have 906 Selenium.
How the fuck do you have so many and I had none? I had none.
Yeah. Yeah. So, boop. You cannot store Selenium. You should try.
My inventory is full.
Take whatever dumb, like, cave marrow you got and, like, eat it or shove it up your ass or leave it on the floor and litter in space like a monster.
I'm dropping 2 ferrite dust.
You've left my player range. Come back. Here we go.
I'm coming back, player. Here I am. Thank you.
You're welcome. So good news for me. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Once I sent you Selenium, it now... I was about to complain about something, but it fixed itself right when I was about to complain about it. Because I opened my log and it said gather Selenium. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? I have 900. But me sending it to you made it progress. This is dumb.
Do you think Mr. Halo and Mr. ODST are friends?
Yes. Kind of. I don't think it's friends with the guy from 5, because the premise of 5 is that they're gonna go fight, I guess, or something. I don't know. I fell off the franchise the moment it wasn't made by people that matter.
I stopped playing Halo after Halo 2 because that was good multiplayer, and then they had Halo 3, and Halo 3's multiplayer made me want to die.
I hate finding out that everyone that I like was playing Halo 2 and not with me.
It's okay.
I keep having this conversation with all of my friends. I keep having conversations with all my friends about how everyone was playing so much Halo 2, and I'm like, I played a disgusting amount of Halo 2, and none of you were there.
Well, I mean, fucking, what was it?
In Andrew's case, it's extra funny because we were at the same school.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
And we never noticed or whatever. I mean, yeah, I played online, didn't you?
Yeah, no.
You didn't?
I played purely Halo 2, like multi or like lobby stuff. Or,
Weird.
What am I trying to say? Local area.
Weird.
Network.
The game was like all about
I had a lot
online.
of friends that had Halo 2.
Yeah, it was just that was.
Nobody wanted to. Nope.
That was such a popular online game. It was like the beginning of online console games as a concept.
Nobody wanted to pay for the money.
Yeah.
For like
I played so much of it.
Off the count or whatever. Yeah.
It was neat because there was a whole like online community where you started doing. It was my first instance of that thing you always hear about with like World of Warcraft and TF2 and stuff, where people just have custom lobbies where they just hang out socially instead of playing the video game. It was like that was Halo 2 for me. And also you started having like all these lobbies where you would like just fuck around with like glitching the game out and stuff like that, like super bounces and getting outside the level. Like that stuff come up with you guys when you're playing offline?
No, we never did that. But I mean, I played like Quake and Tribes and shit like that in the 90s, and we had totally the same sort of stuff where it was like.
Do you know what the super bounce was in Halo 2?
Vaguely. I kind of remember that people would do some really crazy shit with the physics in that game, like Warthog launches and like stuff like that.
Yeah, that the grenade launch with the Warthog was the first game, but like specifically the super bounce was like you go into the map Zanzibar, you would break the window in the defense base, crouch under the shard of glass that's sticking out, and jump while you're crouching, and you won't jump, like it won't work because you're stuck there, you're like wedging your head in there. Then you fall off the ledge into the bottom floor of the Zanzibar base, and you will for some reason bounce off the ground like 100 feet into the air, which allows you to land on top of Zanzibar's base. And so like versions of that exploit would lead to like just the ability to traverse all these parts of the map you just weren't supposed to be able to get to. It was strange. And there was like 100 different things like that that were just like such a trip to explore in those online lobbies and share the weird arcane knowledge. It was like people playing like Nintendo games and like sharing rumors about like, oh, you got the Master Sword with the blah, 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 blah. And like half the time people are making stuff up and you're investigating it, trying to figure out who's telling the truth. You can catch Pokemon, especially if you turn the Game Boy upside down and hold select or blah, 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 blah.
Good to see you, friend. I trust the Viking technology kept you safe.
I have the Selenium required to finish the plans for the farmer's workstation. It'll be interesting to see what effect a second Gek will have on my overseer. I cannot imagine that they have spent much time conversing with the scientist or the armorer.
I always feel like whenever the character is like narrating to himself, that it's just like the same narrator you would expect from like a visual novel. It's like, oh wow, so many Gek in my high school, and all of them are so pretty.
Wow, all these girls like anime.
Wow, all these Gek are really into the latest Shonen Jump manga.
To farm. We shall exploit the earth, free at last from the sentinels, and practice the glory of trade.
Practice with an S.
I know, that's so British, it's disgusting. It's just gross.
Sean Murray, you traitor.
Yeah.
Well, new terminal.
I don't have any place in my base to keep the agriculture terminal. This is ass.
Does it not just fit on your fourth wall of your room?
No, because I put a bunch of shit in the way.
Oh. Just make a second room and connect them with a tunnel, which you also have to learn how to make.
I know, but I think I don't know how to make those things. So I think I need to fly to the fucking anomaly.
Yeah.
Learn how to make more base. Well, okay, maybe I have a constructy terminal here.
The last time I just went there, I just learned how to make a ladder. Which should be good, because last time I was crafting, I accidentally made a second copy of the room under the existing one.
Uh-huh.
And I want it, so if I can connect that, that'd be nice.
You can stack them.
Yeah.
You can put one on top of the other.
And soon you'll be walking out that door.
Shut up. If I stack them, does it just like make it taller, or does it give it a second story?
Oh, I need more pure ferrite. You can go under or below. So when they'll just stack on each other, like they won't be attached.
Okay, but
as far as I know, the only way to attach them is to have you have to learn how to make a ladder, which I learned how to make, and then I can go up and down the ladder to the different floors.
So that's nice.
First, nice. I need more pure ferrite.
Real fucking nice.
Interact with the fucking firmly grasp it. I can't interact with this portable refiner. What the fuck? Why can't I?
What's your favorite thing to firmly grasp?
The steering wheel.
Wow. Hey, Keith, what's your favorite animal sound?
Not die. My favorite animal sound?
Yeah.
I don't think about animal sounds that much. There's a lot of dog noises that are fun. There's a lot of good dog noises. Also, a fucking...
How would you rate that question?
I learned recently that a swarm of, like, croc babies sounds like Galaga.
What the fuck?
I had a thing open.
Did you watch a YouTube video with a bunch of crocodile chitlins?
It's a bunch of little croc babies in a tub or whatever, and they're just making their little sound, and or whatever it was. I was looking. There's a bunch of croc babies and like a white background of whatever environment they were in that was artificial, and they were just all making their little croc noise, and it just sounds like a fucking game of Galaga with like all the little bullets firing, like the electronic bullets firing, and and everything. Like that's just what they sound like.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Huh.
It's fantastical.
So anyway, now that I've asked you about your favorite animal sound, how would you rate that question on a scale of 1 to 10?
Is this what you're doing lately at Amazon? Is that they making you bore everyone?
I don't know what you are insinuating, but I'm still somehow insulted by it. So I don't know how to feel.
Are you being forced to make like customer satisfaction essays? I almost said essays, surveys. Is that what they're making you do these days? Otherwise, it's just seeping into every other facet of your life. Are you gonna rate your poop later?
No.
That you're already working on right now. You just can't wait to let the baby out.
Not happening. Not happening tonight.
You're not pooping tonight? No poop.
No.
My New Year's resolution is not poop today. No poop.
Resolution is to not poop today. Boy, that is a short-term, year-long resolution.
You made a New Year's resolution to not poop on September 24th. Just to see if you could remember that long.
Yeah. No, Keith, it'd just be very, very helpful for me to know, for my own benefit, if you're appreciating the type of banter I'm with, and give me like sort of tips to improve upon my banter. Like, feel free to like leave it, and we would very much appreciate hearing that feedback.
And everybody who reviews my banter has a chance of winning a $5,000 shopping spree. There was this one.
Keith, just by talking to me, you already may be a winner.
Whoa! There was this one poor girl that ran the register at the Best Buy I worked at, that just had that fucking down to a science, where she said the exact phrase the exact way over and over again all day, like a recording, and it would freak me out.
Fucking game broke.
Yay!
That's funny.
Like, if you fill out this survey at the bottom, you'll be entered for a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Like the exact same, like that intonation and everything every single time. Yeah, it's just like how it breaks us. Why did I internalized the fact that you said that you didn't have room, and then I acted like I didn't have room, and I went to a different room to build the agricultural center for some reason, even though I had room in the starting one. I think I was just excited.
I mimetically broke your base.
I think I was just excited to use my ladder. I have to leave
the server real quick.
Wow, he really magnetizes to the ladder. I don't like it. I've made a mistake. $5,000 shopping spree.
Do you remember that meme? You're already dead. Oh my wo shinderu.
What?
Whatever it is. You may already be dead.
You mean like Fist of the North Star?
Yeah, the Fist of the North Star meme. You remember that?
I mean, I get the idea of like you getting hit by an anime attack, and then it's like you're already dead, and you don't even understand it yet. Yeah.
Somebody did some really great fan art of that, where they did the Fist of the North Star character dressed up as a mailman, and he was delivering some mail that said like, "You may already be dead."
Oh no, the power is off. I just think of like the exploding heart technique from Kill Bill.
That's literally, it's Kill Bill. Of course he ripped off the concept from an anime.
Yeah.
Every Quentin Tarantino movie is a spaghetti western or an anime that nobody had ever heard of, that he was like, mine. And then...
Oh, right. I forgot about this problem. Oh. What? Well, my overseer wants me to once you build the agricultural center, the overseer wants you to, or more specifically, once you hand in the Selenium, they want you to come back with like a circuit board. But in order to get a circuit board, I need to continue with the scientist. But last time I talked to the scientist, I ripped out his personality core. So he's just laying there waiting for me to fix him.
You did a little bit too much plot, so now you can't do other plot.
Yeah, I have to visit a transmission tower to perform the operation where I fix his brain. That's all fucky. His brain went all fucky. The BRB. I gotta go find this place over here.
BRB to the person that's ostensibly, I mean,
yeah.
Do we even call this a co-op series?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck, man?
I mean, I gave you the resource so you could win just now, so yes, we are cooperating, as it turns out. You didn't. You sure as fuck didn't get it.
Fair play. Fair play. Just because I haven't helped you once the entire playthrough doesn't mean that it's not a cooperative.
It is true. The most help you've given me so far was to give back a resource I gave you so I could use it.
Did you appreciate it so much?
Yeah, I appreciated that you were in just a black hole of resources. And at the stations.
I was trying to think of something to say there that was going to be of that nature, but then I didn't.
Yay.
Oh, man. I listen to a lot of music through YouTube, and I gotta say, I'm really fucking sick of getting the same goddamn recommendations over. There's only so many times I can listen to Black Holes and Revelations before I'm just like, I want more new music, YouTube. And YouTube's like, no.
YouTube's primarily good at telling you how to listen to something you've already listened to before. Like, it just recommends YouTube all day just recommends more videos from my favorite channels that are the same videos I've already watched. In some cases, several times.
YouTube, their algorithm for recommendations or whatever, I think it basically just boils down to like whatever we recommend, we don't want to offend you, and we know that you've already seen this, so we know you're gonna watch it potentially.
It'll also recommend my videos to me.
Yeah, it does that to me
which is
sometimes.
Fascinating.
It recommends your videos, it recommends my videos, not as commonly, but it does recommend your videos to me. It's like, I don't really want to watch your Wasteland video.
Does it
all
really?
that much.
Does it really recommend Wasteland? It is my most popular video. It's like Sam Rust and Wasteland, which are strange things to be my most popular videos, because nobody would associate them with me.
I get Wasteland every single time I pull up my YouTube. It's like, are you gonna watch Wasteland yet? And I'm like, the fucking no, I'm not watching like a 3-year-old series by a dude I know. Like, it's not happening, YouTube. It never will. Back the fuck off.
That playthrough had the most fascinating comments.
Yeah.
Like there's people who are simultaneously mad for anything I wouldn't understand, but also
so fascinating.
But at the same time,
so fascinated
mad
right
that I was reading the tutorials. Like they wanted me to skip all the tutorials. But the single
I
weird.
can't remember you talking about that.
Well,
yeah.
the single weirdest comment. Whoa, my fucking wow! That thing just gave me 1,000 credits. Neat. The weirdest comment was the guy that's like, I hate it when Let's Players read the voice when they read the text to us. I think it's condescending. And I'm like, what the fuck complex do you have?
Telling me about.
Like, in his book, in that one specific guy's book, which he was acting like he spoke for everyone, but nobody has ever voiced his thought ever again that I've ever seen, was that Let's Players should just not read. They should just open the text files and just like press A every now and then and move forward, and that's it. Even if they're doing, like, he wasn't saying, oh god, I hate that this video has commentary. He was complaining that I was reading the dialogue, which was not voice acted. Like, I should have just buttoned through it, which, like, I've seen that happen before because Andrew made videos like that. He would play through like Japanese dialogue heavy games with no voice acting, and they would just be like, he'd just be like, okay,
Wait, really?
yeah, he would literally just acknowledge the line.
Videos now.
Yeah, he had a bunch of videos where he would just acknowledge the line and press A to continue over and over again without actually reading any of it out. And I was like,
can you read Japanese?
And I'm like, that's clearly wrong. No, it was in English. They were just Japanese games, because Japanese games are so rife with like heavy amounts of dialogue and no voice acting on a regular basis, whereas Western games, like anything without voice acting is usually seen as like a flaw by audiences. Like I was reading, I saw reviews for Pillars of Eternity 1, where like that was a huge thing for a lot of people, as they were furious that Pillars of Eternity wasn't voice acted. For the like, it was only like 1 out of every 10 lines is voice acted in the base game.
I always fucking love when you're playing a game that has voice acting, but not for every single line. So it's just like you talk to somebody, and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe that Tenchi died. How are we gonna get through this?" And you talk to him again later, and he's like, "Yeah,
yeah,"
and like that's his dialogue.
Oni-san.
Like for everything he says, like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they always have to exclaim,
but like
vaguely every time you click on them.
It's like, oh, yeah.
The weirdest thing that happens is when every time a new page of text comes up for the same guy that's still talking, and they make a new sound every time. That's a weird quirk I've seen with like some VNs and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I got some interesting dialogue to go through, I think. The scientist.
Fine, I guess I'll shut the fuck
The scientist was separated from the hive mind because he's been deemed a traitor, maybe, or something. So I need to put his Corvax core into the transmission tower and hear his judgment. Connection established. Error. Well, fuck. Oh, Corvax science unit corrupted by traveler interaction. Personality overwritten. Anomaly involvement detected. It's me that did it. Quarantine Corvax science unit from Convergence. Observe. Analyze. Silence. Oh, silence. They see him as a corruption because of our interactions with him, and now he needs to be removed and learned from and then killed. Oh. Countermeasure in progress. Great. Risk assessment. Entropic. Galactic destruction. Rebirth. What? Atlas. Error. Atlas. Error. They see you. They keep saying that.
It's because you're not alone, Keith.
The game likes to hype up how someone's watching after us and we're not alone, and they're gonna get us.
Get us. They're gonna get us.
Well, I gotta probably start shutting it down. Too bad we had like a fucking nightmare of technical problems to start this stream off.
Yep, editing this is going to be interesting.
Like,
I hopefully remember to edit it.
To the middle. Yeah.
Yep.
Some very heavy-handed editing is in my future with this one.
Or you could just forget.
Alrighty.
Then by the time you get to this footage, you're like,
fine.
I don't know, was something wrong with it? Man. You've got a lot of you've got a lot of backlogged No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I think you only uploaded like 1 or 2 sessions so far.
Yeah. Well,
So it's just gonna be
I gotta go.
onto your channel one day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Alrighty. Bye-bye.
So begins the trickle.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Don't die. Don't die. Good, bad, no, yes, okay. Whew. I must turn this in. Interface entity Lex's shell sits in front of me, awaiting reconnection. Trapped inside the data core, I have no way of knowing how the Corvax has taken the encounter at the transmitter. Reinsert. Shell reconnection in progress. I'm on a ladder, because this thing fucking magnetizes me. I regret making it already. I should let the Corvax get on with their business. But we didn't have a conversation. No! He's gonna be rebooting for an hour and a half. What is this? What are these bullshit mechanics where they just waste your time for a while? Oh, I put them back together just because I needed to make circuits and learn how to do that. Well, what a fantastic time for the session to end then. Because, Bird's gone and it looks like I should get off too, because I can't learn how to make a circuit board yet anyway for an hour and a half. Hopefully that ticks away while I'm offline, but I don't know if it will.